2020 is almost over, thank God, but here we go over 2019 movies that are already being forgotten. These movies are being forgotten by audiences or people alike. So, we'll be excluding some movies from this list. The top 10 highest grossing movies domestically. Since these are the top 10 highest grossing movies domestically, yes, even though we all hate the Lion King remake, I don't think people are going to forget the Lion King remake. Or the Aladdin remake. Yes, they made a lot of money because they'll be remembered because they made a lot of money, and even movies like The Ed Chapter 2 made a lot of money and defeat us. Or the top 10 highest grossing global movies, which includes the Money to the Next Level as well. Yeah, but yeah, if you include the total gross, yeah, the Money to the Next Level, and a movie like that as well will be here as well. And yeah, we're not including movies that came out last year, or no, not last year, 2018, like the Doctor Seuss's How Does Gwen Stole Christmas, or Venom as well. So, and we'll not be including any movies that made like no money at the box office, because those movies are going to be forgotten regardless. The movie must have had over 2,000 feeders, so we'll be using that as an example. So yes, we won't use 2,000 feeders, but we'll be talking about the top 10 movies, and also be using Amazon's bestsellers list. So if the movie isn't selling on Amazon still, or isn't having decent enough rigs, or if it's not selling on Blu-ray, or no one is talking about it, they'll talk about how it's forgotten. Number 1, Escape Room. Does anyone really remember Escape Room? No, no one does. It's a movie that came out during the time at the beginning of the year. Yes, it might be still selling on Amazon, but horror is already pretty oversaturated genre. There is a lot of horror movies in existence. And what does Escape Room stand out? Well, nothing. There's nothing that makes Escape Room stand out from the rest of the horror movies of 2019. Yes, it made $60 million at the box office, but making money does not really, unless it translates to the top 10 best-selling movies of the year, domestically and totally of the year. Yep, no one really is going to remember Escape Room any longer. Forgotten already. Same thing can be said with the Pet Sematary remake. But considering it's a remake of Pet Sematary, I think it's be much more remembered than the Escape Room movie that came out. Number two movies that we forgotten. Abominable. movie Animated movies are probably likely remembered more than normal movies. But what did make Abominable stand out from the rest of the movies? Well, nothing. Abominable is a movie about is very similar to a movie called Smallfoot, and that was the big problem. For some reason, animated movies have these weird trends. This trend was now releasing movies about Yetis in Nepal and Bhutan, and of course the Himalayas. We already had another movie called Smallfoot that was very well received among fans of that movie. And what was the whole point of releasing this? No one's gonna remember Abominable years from now. Yes, it might be one of the best-selling animated movies, but out of the movies, Abominable will probably be forgotten very easily. Yes, it may be still, and really, if you look at the genre it's selling, you don't really see it among the best sellers. No one really can remember the movie in a couple years. Yes, it is in the top 50 best-selling movies, but again, there aren't many animated movies released a year, and really, Abominable will be only remembered by people who review animated movies. Number 4, Dark Phoenix. No, number 3 is Dark Phoenix. Oh, but Dark Phoenix is a superhero movie. It's an X-Men movie. And it lost $200 million. But what's really that memorable about the movie? The only thing I remember about Dark Phoenix was it being a feminist movie, and that's it. It seems that even the people who went to go see the movie forgot that it even existed, because it opened with $43 million, and it just didn't exist anymore. Dark Phoenix has dropped out of theaters like that. Like a snap. It just seems like Thanos just came to the theaters and just wiped out more than half, but instead of wiping out half, he wiped out more than half of Dark Phoenix's viewer base. I was either gonna choose this or Men Black International, but Dark Phoenix is the more forgettable because it made less money. It's more infamous because it lost more money, But but 10 years from now, is really anyone gonna remember Dark Phoenix? No. No one will. Number 4, Booksmart. Booksmart was a comedy movie that came out of 2020. You all know that I like to hate on this movie. But really, if we're going serious here, Booksmart is a supposed classic comedy. You have YouTuber after YouTuber, critic after critic saying Booksmart is a classic comedy that people will remember for years. Well, over a year later, and Booksmart is not even the top-selling comedy movies of all time. Yep, not even among the top-selling comedy movies. But the rest go in newer movies. But you have the newest Tremors movie on the list, and the newest Jumanji movie on the list. And those are still selling pretty well. And Zombieland. No one cares about Booksmart. And Booksmart will likely be a forgotten movie that no one remembers. Which is pretty funny, by the way. I don't like Booksmart anyways. Number 5, Spies in Disguise. Another animated movie. This is another movie that had a very unfortunate release date. Spies in Disguise is another animated movie of 2020. Unless you're one of these YouTubers that only reviews animated movies, Spies in Disguise is going to be a movie that no one's going to remember. Same thing with Abominable. These movies made a similar amount of money at the box office. Literally, a similar amount of money. Spies in Disguise was that one movie that was released over the Christmas weekend so the kids can have an option to see a movie. It was either that, Jumanji, Star Wars, or the dreaded Cats movie. And Cats will be remembered because of how bad it is. But does anyone really remember Spies in Disguise? No one does. Spies in Disguise was already forgotten even when the Blu-ray came out. The movie flopped on Blu-ray, the movie flopped everywhere else because no one remembered the movie even existing. Nobody cared about Spies in Disguise. No one watched it. And yep, Spies in Disguise is already forgotten. Number 5, Anna. Anna was Lionsgate's attempt at making a female John Wick movie. Well, guess what they did? What was the thing that they did? Well, guess what? They released it against not John Wick. They released it against Disney. And releasing the movie on the same day as a Disney movie is always bound to flop. I do admit that Lionsgate had the balls to stand up to Disney's monopoly over the movie industry and the entertainment industry, but come on. A John Wick clone that released a month after the real John Wick came out? Come on, Lionsgate. You can do better than that. No one's gonna remember Anna. Anna's gonna be like the most forgettable movie of the year. Number 5, Arctic Dogs. Yep, Arctic Dogs is a movie that exists. Yep. This movie came out, no one watched it, and everybody forgot about it. Arctic Dogs was one of those movies that came out and completely failed. Arctic Dogs is basically a really horrible movie that came out of last year. Came out on the same day as Terminator Dark Fate, and no one watched it because it sucked. Number 6, Captive State. So, Captive State is I was going to put another sci-fi movie on here, but Captive State only made $5 million at the box. Does anyone even remember this movie even coming out? No one does? Well, congratulations. Captive State is forgettable. No one watched it. No one cares. The next one is The Goldfinch. The Goldfinch is another Oscar bait movie. And unlike most of the other movies that did not make a lot of money but still won Oscars, were on this list. But not The Goldfinch. The Goldfinch came out, it flopped, and no one remembered it anymore. Number 7. Movies? Charlie's Angels. I actually forgot this movie even existed. When I go with woke flops of 2019, I always think of Booksmart, Dark Fate, Dark Phoenix. You also had Men in Black International. But Charlie's Angels was a movie, came out, no one watched, and completely failed. Charlie's Angels was one of the biggest flops in history. This was supposed to be the whole progressive version of Charlie's Angels. But no one cared. No one wanted to see it. Charlie's Angels was a big, massive failure. And it was a big, massive failure because no one wanted to see it. Next movie, number 8. Movies that no one remembers of this year. Number 8 is Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep, that movie came out last year. I don't watch horror movies, so I don't really remember any. So I don't really remember. But Dr. Sleep was a big flop of 2019. It came out, no one watched it, and it was expected to be the highest grossing movie of the week because of the Science fandom. But the Science fandom couldn't save Dr. Sleep from permanently going to sleep. And box office forgotten this. Does anyone remember Dr. Sleep? No? No one does? Nobody remembers Dr. Sleep? Well, Dr. Sleep was that one horror movie that they released and forgot it even came out, and no one watched it. Sad, Dr. Sleep went to sleep. Too bad. The 9th movie on this list, before we get to the honorable mentions, is 47 Meters Down Uncased. So, sock movies have been sock movies. There were some pretty good ones over the past 10 years and some pretty bad ones. 47 Meters Down is the bad one. Does anyone remember 47 Meters Down? No one does because it sucked. It came out on a very crowded weekend as well. And yep, now we get into the honorable mentions. Movies that no one will really care about in the coming years. As well. Widow, Angry Birds Movie 2, A Dog's Way Home, 5 Feet Apart, Gemini Man, Ad Astra, Isn't It Romantic, The Curse of La Llorona, Dora Noir City of Gold, Scary Sword is so dark because actually my right people. Okay, now the movies be above here are forgotten. Then, Breakthrough. Okay, Breakthrough won't be forgotten. It's religious people be angry about that. The Hustlers. That movie is forgotten. No one bought on Blu-ray. Last Christmas is not forgotten either. Forget that. Cold Pursuit. Long Shot. Ready or Not. 21 Bridges. 21 Bridges had Sally Bowman in it. Okay, it's not forgotten. The Art of the Racing in the Rain. Countdown. Friend of My Family. Black and Blue. Shaft. Hellboy. Richard Jewell. Brightburn. Because The Boys came out. The Good Wire. Missing Link. Even though it did win a Golden Globe, but no one remembers it even for that fact. Second Act. Miss Bauer. The Prodigy. Palms. Black Christmas. Black Christmas is number 10? Number 10. Black Christmas. Black Christmas was that reboot of Black Christmas that no one wanted. Does anyone remember Black Christmas? No? Well, it is gonna be forgotten because nobody cares about freaking Black Christmas. Okay, Black Christmas is the second remake of Black Christmas. Did anyone want it? Nope. No one did. And no one does. And now we're talking about some movies that one movie that you might think is forgettable, but isn't. Because its fan base doesn't want to make you forget about it. It's right here. Nutcracker in 4 Realms, that was last year. No one watched that. Nutcracker in 4 Realms. No one remembers Nutcracker in the 4 Realms. And no, not Spider-Man, Spider-Verse. A movie between those two movies. Yeah, that movie's not going to be forgotten anytime soon, as long as, the fan base won't make sure. The fan base won't make sure it's not forgotten. But, yep, there we go. So those are all the forgotten movies of 2019. What other movies do you think are forgotten of 2019? Do you think that Cats is forgotten? Do you think there's some random movie that I forgot that made less than $1 million? Or there's also Dexy that also came out this year. That's also in the honorable mentions as well. But yep, there we go. That is the movies of last year that were forgotten as well. And no one will probably remember anyways. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now, and once they see this video, they say, oh, this movie existed. Oh, I saw that movie. Oh, I remember that movie. It came out. Saw it. Forgot about it. And yep, that's basically it. Goodbye.